Hello everyone, I'm here to share my two-word story. So, I'm going to start out with early on in my life. So growing up, I grew up in just an ordinary household, not a lot of, nothing really, anything special. My mom grew up in a Catholic background, my dad was more Methodist, and but we stuck with mom's side, so going to church and stuff like that, I always went to the Catholic church. I was baptized, had my first communion, confirmation, all that jazz, and but it never really meant that much to me. I was never really super into it or involved with the church. I went to different Bible studies and catechism and things like that, but it was never something that really meant that much to me or was like a really big part of my life. And I never really thought much of it, so I just lived my my ordinary life. And then when I was in 6th grade, my parents got divorced, and at that time, obviously, that's something very hard to go through, and it was tough for me. But fortunately, I had a friend who was our neighbor who was they went to church every Sunday, and right when I found out about the divorce, I went over there, and my friend wasn't even home. The dad just sat down, started talking to me. He read a Bible verse to me, and just one of the most moving things and eye-opening moments in my life was it right there. And during that time, I was like, I need help. You know what I mean? I need help, and I look to Jesus, I look to God to help me get through this hard time in my life. But unfortunately, as time went on, it kind of wore off, and I kind of forgot about those things. But it was only about a year and a half ago. I hung out with a friend who I hadn't hung out with in years, and at his house was he's this 25-year-old, and he was like, this 25-year-old's coming over. I was like, what? And we later found out that later found out that he led their Bible study, and I met this guy, and he was the coolest guy, super funny, really fun to hang out with, and we became friends, and we started talking, and slowly, he started asking me about my faith and things like that. And one morning he offered to take me out to breakfast, and so we go out to breakfast that morning, and that's it was with him that I first accepted Christ, and I accepted God. And I was I've been hesitant my whole life. I was hesitant because sometimes you're at a point when you don't know what's right or what's wrong, or how committed you are, or if this is right for you, and that was really the hesitant side of me. But fortunately, this guy just brought so much to me, and he filled my life with relationships, with love, with God, with friendships, and I've taken my faith to a whole new level. And it's just amazing that it doesn't even I got lucky that I met this person, but you can even do it on your own. And it's just amazing that I started out and I was hesitant, and I didn't know what was right or what was wrong, or what it really was all about. And it just took one person to sit down and talk to me about and really just read the Bible and decipher what it said. So it was amazing, and that's my two-word story.